You are not going to believe it. Trust me. 3 days in a row, making over $300 this morning, day trading live, talking about this amazing trade, this amazing setup. Obviously, I took profit early. You know me, I like to take profit early. But hey, nobody ever went broke taking profit early. Or did they? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I'm feeling pretty good right now about just kind of overall, just mindset, what I'm working on, what I need to be focused on, and kind of just moving forward here, growing as a day trader, becoming a better day trader. That's really what this whole thing is about. And well, I feel like I'm on the right path. Last 4 days being green, having solid trades, feeling better about my trading, just emotionally, mentally, and overall, really just focusing on becoming the better day trader that I know I can be. I know you guys can be better day traders as well. Come along for this journey. Let's see the live trades this morning on EXTR. A couple other stocks moving around, but mostly EXTR was just beautiful. And I only really got like a little chunk of the move. And that's the crazy part, is there was a massive move there, and I only got a little chunk. I got the chunk of it. Let's do it. Let's get into it. All right, so I'm jumping in here short on EXTR. I like to get some more fill. Maybe if there's 7.30 here, my first fill there at 7.15. Looking for this to break below $7 here at open. You can see this morning it's gapping down there from the $9 area on earnings, bad earnings. So looking for this to break below $7 here and get a little bit lower. Overall on the chart, just not a ton of support. Maybe 655 being the next support there. So looking to see if we can push up a little bit higher up there to 730 or on the 5-minute chart. You can see some resistance there. Got the 730 resistance, so I wouldn't mind getting a little bit more fill up towards that 730 area here for this possible drop below $7 here at open. There's some support sitting there at 695. See if this will break through there. We'll see what happens here at open if that is going to disappear. You can see that big buyer sitting there at 695 just supporting this $7 area. I want to see this break below there. That buyer is getting sold into there, so this should pull down there. I'm going to cover right there, 695 for now. We'll wait till open, see where this pops back up at. So making $200 there before open, just not liking how this is getting a little bit of support there. You can see earlier this morning it's just been, down, down, down. Well, then we got down here to $7, that whole dollar area, found some support, and this has been kind of moving sideways across there. That's not to say that this won't go lower. There's probably a good chance now that I covered this is just going to go lower. Those whole dollars can always kind of be weird, can get weird things going on, especially pre-market. People are just kind of sitting there thinking, oh, I can buy here this whole dollar, have support there. Careful with this whole dollar. Now, if I was shorting up here at 750, you can see I had a lot more range down there to that $7 area. Now, on the actual daily chart, this thing looks like it has room to about 640. So we'll see what happens here at open. I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing just crash. The last couple of days, we've had some pretty nice stocks where they just literally got demolished there at open after I covered. So we'll see what happens here. But either way, making $200 here so far. Not going to complain about that. 655, 653, all the way to 640. Let's see. Let's see if it's going to do it. Let's see. It's trying. It's getting down there. God dang it. God, baby Jesus. Here it goes. It's going right here. 640. There it is. 640, just like we talked about earlier. It's going all the way down. Look at this. 638 now. 637. 630s. 631. It's going all the way. Wow. There it is. Full dollar. One whole dollar right there. All the way down there to 614. 608. Wow. You can barely see it, right? So you can barely see where this kind of support area was. There was actually like a little gap in the chart right here. You can barely see it just because it's hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit more. But there was a little gap in the chart, right? Oh my baby Jesus. Down there to 583 now. 582, 580s. So there's a little gap in the chart here. That's what I was kind of watching. That's what I was saying. I was thinking that 650 area would have been a nice little spot. And then down there, 625. So boom, boom, boom. 2 gaps in the chart getting filled there. Let's see if it's going to pop back up from 650, from the 580s here. It's just gone. It's gone, boys. That thing ain't coming back. Look at it. Nothing but red, red. This is a 1-minute chart. Look at the 5-minute chart here. It's just one Big old red candle getting crushed there, down there to 562. Oh my baby Jesus, 550s. Also, we got ABIL, big old spike up there to 550 now. Well, high day 560. This morning we looked at it when it was there at 425. And look at it now up there to 563. But the interesting thing here is obviously, let's just try to figure out, what this stock really had going against it. So it really just had no support in that area at $7. Just really no support there other than the whole dollar. A little bit of support right there. Right there, that $7 area had some support there on the daily chart. And then you have these two gaps in the chart. So basically, right under $7, this thing was gone. Just got murdered. Murdered! So here's the actual news. The company reported a $5.6 million loss after reporting a profit in the same period a year earlier. So right there, that needs to be on my checklist. Like, Patrick, this is going to get hammered. Look at that. That's bad, bad news. And that's really what I need to focus on here. Conviction to seeing this type of news. $5.6 million loss in the fourth quarter compared to last year reporting a profit. So that's obviously going to be bad news. It's going to crush the stock. And that's what happened here. I like overall the stock has just been trending lower all year basically. Look at this daily chart. It's been just getting crushed from $15 now down there to $5. So obviously, basically seeing that the stock is trending lower all year basically. There hasn't really been any big moves to the upside. So seeing that they had bad news today, seeing that they had the bad earnings, the major loss, there's probably a very good chance that this thing was going to get crushed at open. So you get a lot of people, I feel like, that were buying here between $8, $9, because this went from May to August between $8 and $9, people kind of loading up there thinking that they might get a pop. But what happens also, we get that big drop there, and a lot of people just end up getting out right there at open because they're like, I got to get out of this thing. It's down 33%. So that's another thing to think about, another thing on the checklist I need to be focusing on. All right, so EXTR pushing back up there to the $6 area. Looking like it's having some trouble right there. See if I can get filled short here. Got 1,000 shares there at $6. Got 2,000 there share at $6 now. Let's see if this pull back down there below $6. 5-minute chart getting stuck there at the VWAP right now. There at $6. Like to see 580s. So showing some strength there at $6 right now. Battle right here at $6. Big battle there at $6. Let's see if we're going to get a crack. Oh, it's trying. Battle. It's a serious battle right here. This is crazy. It's going on for 15 minutes. Just getting stuck there at $6. Beautiful. Down there. 692. I'm going to take it. Just not liking this right now. Not liking it at all. So make it $360 there. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take it. Just not liking how this thing is just stuck there for 15 minutes. If it was really weak, this thing should have already rolled off. I mean, getting, stuck there at 510 multiple times. We should have got the roll off, but we just didn't get the roll off that we wanted. And I'm just going to cover there. I'm going to walk away $360 richer. So I feel pretty good about it. Ending the day, $360 richer. And I'm kind of keeping this momentum going. The last Monday, Tuesday, today, making over $300. So this is my third day making over $300. Last Friday, made $500. So I really just got to focus here. And I mean, I guess I'm doing okay. But really this right here, boys, this should have been beautiful setup and really should have hammered this. There it goes down there to 588 now. Should have gave it a little more time. That's the story of my life right now. Just give it a little more time. But still, making $300 before lunchtime, I can't complain about that. And I'm doing better. I just need to really work here on getting everything, dialed in. Getting my confidence in these setups built up. EXTR, look at that move. Down there to 538 from my original entry there at 715. So beautiful setup. Really just simple, easy. All I'm doing is I'm waking up in the morning. I'm seeing what stocks are gapping down. Normally when stocks gap down, that means there's probably going to get sold off at open. Because what you're thinking is, what's happening here? Like I said earlier, we had all these people that were trapped there at the $8, $9 area. They're just wanting to get out of it. They're down 30%. They want to cut their losses. Look at it now down there to 580. I knew I should have held this. It is what it is. I won't look at it anymore. I won't look at it. I don't want to look at it. Now it's going to go lower. And getting my confidence built up. And I think the more and more that I see these setups, the more and more that I identify these opportunities, the more I'm going to build that confidence, because I'm going to be like, hey, we know what's going to happen. We have seen this before. We've seen stocks like this that are holding there during pre-market, and then right at open, they just get murdered. Confidence in the setups, confidence in the strategies. And that's all it comes down to. Making $360, basically not doing much work at all. Making $360 all before lunchtime, not really doing any work at all, other than me waking up, getting on the computer, looking at the top losers for the day. I went through all the losers. I'm seeing which ones, kind of have a good setup, which one the chart looks good, and which ones have shares just short, and all that kind of setup there. You can see the same thing. CLNE gap down. It's down there to 240. Really, just every single stock that has gapped down this morning has went lower. A little bit of a spike there on NVMN after gapping down, but still, pulling back down there later on, 60 cents. So a nice little move down there, 60 cents on that one. So, there's definitely a lot of opportunities, not just playing the long side, not just trying to jump in and chase these crazy stocks like ABIL. Maybe you're chasing this for that break over $6. Look at it, up there's to 575 and then pulling right back down there to 525. Where EXTR, there just wasn't that much range in terms of my loss. Obviously, this could have, squeezed a little bit, but I feel like risking 10 cents there for the possible 20, 30, 40 cents was a lot better than me going and chasing like ABIL, getting burnt like I have in the past. So I feel pretty good right now about this strategy overall. So that's what I got to just keep focusing on and just kind of building that muscle memory up. It's like being an athlete. We are athletes. And the more and more that you do this, the more and more that I do it, the better I'm going to be, right? So that's really what it comes down to, identifying key things. Like I said, EXTR, what was the big news here? The headline reported a fourth quarter loss of $5.6 million compared to the last year, which they had profit. So right there, boom, that's like, hey, load the boat, baby, load the boat. That headline was everything. That's the headline that really should have just been like, hey, it's time to get 3,000 shares of this thing short there at 715 and let this baby just get murdered. Murdered, she said. Murder. So there it is. EXTR, beautiful setup today. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos of seeing me just going through this process of confidence in the strategy, getting that experience, and then over time, I'm going to be able to really capitalize on these moves. So you can see, that move right here from 683 down there to 540, it's very rare that we find stocks to the long side with those types of moves that are just kind of that clean and that simple. But a lot of these stocks that are gapping down to the downside, you get these big moves like that are really easy, really simple. Obviously, these are still dangerous because this thing could spike up. But seeing the news was key here. Seeing that big loss, that should have really just told me like, hey, it's time. This is the one, Patrick. This is the time to hammer. And that's what I should have done. But it's kind of hindsight's always 2020. I can't complain about having a green day the last 3 days, last 4 days. So we're going to keep this momentum going. I'm going to keep focusing here and going to get into the rhythm, get into this rhythm of taking profit, getting into these trades, analyzing the trade, having a target, and sticking to the plan. And that's what we're going to do. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close it out there. I will talk to you guys later. Big thank you to everybody out there who's been supporting the channel. And if you watched the video this long, well, you're a legend. I'll talk to you guys